Um, well, I think I knew more about what I wanted the album to be because the first one, I kind of just took a bunch of songs and put them together. But for the second one, I kind of came up with the concept. I came up with the title before writing some of the songs. So when I was writing some of the songs, they were specifically for that album. They were specifically for that concept. If I'm writing a song, it's because I'm feeling a certain way and I feel like I could write about it. I pick up my guitar or I sit down at the piano and I play chords that kind of reflect how I'm feeling, kind of like synesthesia sort of way. So like if this chord feels like what I'm feeling, and then I write lyrics over the chords. Maybe Often or Leave Me Alone, because those are, I think Often, because that one is about like a lot of people. It's kind of just about like the general, like if there was like a list of people that I've like lost contact with, and kind of just like knowing that I'm putting that out into the world and that some of those people could hear it is a little bit nerve-wracking always. So yeah, I don't actually know if it's on the album. I can't remember. It's in As a Human, in this city, always dreaming, never sleeping. Yeah, when it ends. That's literally all my songwriting. The only, well, not the only way, but like the main way that I process things and express myself. So whenever I'm feeling like a really intense emotion, which usually is like heartbreak or healing or, you know, all those intense emotions, it's in my songs. My songs are literally that, usually. I mean, I have some that aren't, that I'm like getting into writing, not necessarily about that, but at least from what I've released, that's what they're about. No, I always knew it was my path. Like, it was the only thing I ever wanted to do. Singing and music was always the thing I wanted to do. I remember that that's the past. And that's a good way to think about it, not even just performing. Because it happened, because I wrote that song and now it's over. And now I'm turning all of that into like something really beautiful. That's how I'm able to not stress out about the fact that I'm singing about really depressing stuff. I think what I've released, Little Jupiter wouldn't be surprised, but from what I'm working on right now, I think Kid Jupiter would be surprised and proud and kind of, I think that if Kid Jupiter saw me right now, Kid Jupiter would be like, wow, I want to be like that when I grow up, which is cool because that is me grown up. I wake up early and I eat breakfast. Sometimes I drink coffee and I grab water, and then at the studio, I get there. It depends on how much of the songs I have written or if I'm coming in with an instrumental from a different producer, and I talk a little bit. We like check in about life because it's weird to throw yourself into music, I think. Or like, it'd be weird if I just like stepped into the recording booth like, right after getting there, because I feel like there's no getting the vibes. So then I get in the recording booth after like checking in and talking, and then we do like a sing through, and then I sing it again, and then I sing it again, like the whole song, and then I listen to it and I decide which parts I like. Usually, sometimes I'll like re-record the whole song. Sometimes I'll keep like most of the first pass, and then sometimes I'll listen to the first pass and I'll be like, wow, I actually really don't like that note, and I'll like rewrite the song. And then once I have like the basic one, then we work on like ad-libs and the harmonies and all the stuff that actually sounds super cool. We do that like over and over with different songs, and then we eat lunch and we go back in and then we do it more, and then I go home and then I watch YouTube and go to sleep. I refuse to practice the day of the live show. One of my vocal coaches, like a while ago, told me that there's such thing as over practicing. But also I think that singing the song that I'm going to be singing, like the day of the event or whatever I'm doing, is just another way to stress me out. Ooh. Depends. Don't know. Okay, Olivia Rodrigo. I don't know. I just feel like we can make something cool together. That's crazy because Olivia Rodrigo's like Olivia Rodrigo. But that's just something super cool. It's happened a couple times. Sometimes I'll get some people telling me that they'll be like super sick or like going through something really hard. Especially I've had people tell me that they're like in the hospital and like listening to my music while in the hospital and that it makes them like feel better. I don't know, it just makes me feel like, I don't know, I'm just really happy that I can do that for someone. I don't know, it makes me feel like I'm actually doing the thing that I want to do. Because one of the reasons I do music is because other people's music has helped me through something hard. And knowing that I'm doing that for someone else makes me feel like a real musician. This house is not a home. 'Cause this house ain't a home. Mothers to daughters who turn sons into fathers. In time we all get taller, while sometimes feeling smaller. Any Shawn Mendes song. It depends on how I'm feeling. The one I won't ever pick is Mercy, because I sang that for a talent show. But literally any other Shawn Mendes song, I will 100% sing for karaoke. Okay. Neurodivergent. I think it would smell like rain, but not like rain on like grass. I feel like that's too naturey. Not that I don't like that, but I feel like my music would sound like smell like rain on like pavement, like rain in a city. About the interviewer. 5 seconds. I really like your new purple hair. I don't know, it just feels like an extension of my identity. Lately, I've been wearing less makeup. It is like kind of connected to like my gender identity sometimes. I think when I wear makeup, it doesn't make me a different person, but it changes the way I'm perceived, and when people perceive me with the makeup, the way that I want to be perceived. I'm going to a different school. I was in LA, I was going to Cal Arts, and so I'm transferring to Columbia College Chicago. And I'm gonna go there, and it's gonna be much fun. I'm going to be studying music production, which is something that I really have been wanting to do. And I'm also going to be minoring in dance, which is something that I also really have been wanting to do. Could be, if we are lucky and work hard, could be the Global Citizens Festival. That's crazy. Every time I say that out loud, I like die inside a little bit because I think that's crazy. I've never been to New York. Ribbons! Because it was the last one I wrote. I'm so proud of that song. It's literally my favorite song I've ever written and released. It's about like moving on, you know? It's about moving on. It's about doing different things. Moving on to a new city, a new person, moving on as a human being. I've become a different person than I was, surprised, like years ago. That's how time works. And it's about the people that helped me get there. And the people that helped me get there maybe by doing not good things, but they still helped me get there, so, you know, shout out to you. Drop inside the ocean because it's very vulnerable. And honestly, I was a little unsure whether or not I even wanted to release it, but now I'm glad that I did. No, I don't. Because sometimes I'll play the songs on my guitar, but I never listen to my music because I feel like in order for, not that I don't like how it sounds or wish that I never released it, I just feel like in order for me to feel like that song is mine in that moment or like feel those feelings, I need to be singing it. So that's what I do. If I like emotionally need one of my songs, I'll sing it instead of listen to it.
What's the point of dreaming if you close your eyes? And what's the point of crying if it's over lies? Tell me that you love me if your hands were tied. But if that's true, I'll see you on the other side. There's something about knowing that I'm better off scared. So in my mind I choose to untie ribbons from your hair. My light is somewhere in the dark and that's not fair. Where I'm going,
Now I'm done.